Welcome to The Explainer. So today we are exposing a hidden FBA fee that is, quite frankly, quietly draining your 2026 profits right out from under you. If you are selling on Amazon right now and you're trying to protect your margins, you need to pay very close attention to this because honestly, you might be bleeding capital before your inventory even goes live.
See, Amazon's default Amazon-optimized inbound setting is a massive, massive profit trap. We are literally talking about a fee that's costing sellers up to 89 cents per unit just to get their products in the door. I mean, think about that for a second. That is up to 89 cents sliced directly off your bottom line for every single item you ship to FDA, all because of a default setting.
So you really have to ask yourself, are you paying Amazon's hidden tax? Are you just blindly volunteering to lose money before you even make a single sale? Because let's be real, if you haven't actively touched your inbound shipment settings recently, the answer is almost certainly yes.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the default setting profit trap, and escaping Amazon optimized. The sheer contrast here is absolutely staggering. When you go into create a shipment, Amazon defaults to what they call Amazon optimized shipments. And hey, it sounds great, right? It sounds super efficient, you ship to one location, it's highly convenient. But that convenience carries a massive premium of 59 to 89 cents per unit. Compare that to choosing minimal shipment splits, which instantly drops that cost down to between 27 and 47 cents a unit. Now yes, you do have to ship to 3 or 4 different fulfillment centers instead of just one, but as you'll see, slashing that unit cost is an absolute game changer.
Moving right along into Section 2, minimal splits. Let's reveal the math and look at the real savings on 1,000 units.
Boom, $420. That is your immediate monthly savings on a 1,000-unit shipment of standard-sized items simply by toggling that one setting from Amazon Optimized over to minimal splits. That's real hard cash staying in your business rather than just handing it over to Amazon.
Let's break down the exact math step by step so you can really see this. The Amazon Optimized strategy hits you for the maximum 89 cents a unit, right? So that totals out to $890. But choosing minimal splits drops that to 47 cents a unit, totaling just $470. You are literally slashing the inbound placement fee by nearly half. If you do this every single month, you're saving over $5,000 annually just by changing one little drop-down menu. Think about what an extra $5,000 could do for your PPC campaigns or fueling your next product launch.
Which brings us to Section 3, break-even, freight versus fees, and what we like to call the multi-center myth.
But wait, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Let's address the elephant in the room. The main objection sellers always have is, doesn't shipping inventory to 3 or 4 different fulfillment centers just eat up all those savings in extra freight costs? Well, let's look at the totals. Your optimized placement fee sits way up at $890. Contrast that with your minimal fee of $470 plus a typical extra 3PL freight charge of around $150 for splitting up the shipment. Even with a $50 to $150 extra freight penalty factored in, the total cost of minimal splits is still vastly smaller than that single center premium. You're still netting roughly $270 in pure savings. It's a total no-brainer. So the absolutely crucial point here is knowing exactly when to deploy this tactic. For fast movers, meaning products pushing 100 or more units a month, minimal splits is the undisputed winner. The math will always work in your favor. But for slow movers, let's say under 30 units a month, you really need to do a quick break-even check on your extra freight versus your fee savings, because on very small shipments, the extra freight might actually eat up the margin.
All right, Section 4, AWD, the zero-fee loophole and beating the system.
Now, what if you could bypass these placement fees entirely? Seriously, this is the ultimate masterclass strategy, especially if you deal with large, heavy, or high-volume items where placement fees hurt the absolute most. Enter AWD, which stands for Amazon Warehousing and Distribution. It's basically a bulk storage solution that automatically replenishes FBA centers for you. But here's the magic part. When you use AWD, it eliminates inbound placement fees entirely. No joke. You completely bypass the inbound placement tax while Amazon handles all the complex network distribution behind the scenes.
And get this, the math gets even better. AWD doesn't just act as a placement fee loophole. It's actually cheaper for raw storage. From January to September, AWD storage runs you just 48 cents per cubic foot, with absolutely zero placement fees. Standard FBA storage? That's 78 cents per cubic foot, plus those hefty placement fees we just spent the last 5 minutes talking about. It is a massive, massive structural advantage for the sellers who actually utilize it.
So, Here's your exact decision-making framework for enrolling eligible catalog items into AWS. Step 1. Check your unit velocity. Remember, AWD is highly optimized for products moving 100 or more units a month. Step 2. Route your bulk or oversized inventory directly to an AWS center instead of a standard FBA center. And step 3, just sit back and enjoy zero inbound placement fees as Amazon auto-replenishes your FBA stock. It's really that simple, but you have to actively choose to make the switch.
Finally, Section 5. Your action plan for 2026. 90 days to higher margins.
Let's talk about what you should take away from this explainer and implement right now, today. Here are the immediate, actionable steps you need to take on your very next shipments so you can stop bleeding money to those default settings. First, audit your top 20 SKUs by revenue. You need to understand exactly what fee-to-revenue ratio you are currently paying. Second, actively switch your next 3 shipments to minimal splits. Prove the math to yourself and watch those immediate savings hit your account. And third, evaluate AWD for your high volume and oversized items. Seriously, don't wait until fees go up again to figure this out.
I really want to leave you with a powerful strategic mindset shift that we pulled directly from our source analysis. FBA rewards precision. It really is that simple. The days of guessing or just blindly trusting Amazon's default settings to be in your best financial interest are completely over. Precision in your settings creates real, measurable profit.
Which brings us to our final thought today. Which fee strategy are you going to test on your next shipment? Are you going to keep paying a premium for convenience? Or are you ready to start mastering your margins with minimal splits and AWD? The choice is entirely yours. Get into Seller Central and make those changes. Thanks for tuning into this explainer. Now go out there and protect those profits.